Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Justin Lethby. I'm the E-Professor, and I am simply about empowering realtors, other real estate, and small business professionals, giving them the tools they need to revolutionize their business. And today what we're going to talk about is Canva. And really I'm going to give you 5 Canva AI tools that I think are absolute game changers in the business today. They've been around for a while, but I just think it's a good revisit to make sure we have that in place. Whether you're looking to uh, do better and polish up your property listing marketing material, whether design content for presentations, or if it's just really to get any kind of social media content out here, Canva's where it's at. So we're going to jump into that and get you moving forward. Hope you enjoy this. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I actually have, I think, 5 of my favorite tools out here in Canva that I use every day. Now, I will be honest with you, I'm only showing Canva's side of the world today. I did earlier in training sessions, you'll see it here, where we talked about some AI tools that help get some of that marketing built in here. But Canva can do similar things as well. So we're going to talk about 5 AI tools in here. Magic Write, Magic Edit, Magic Eraser, Magic Media, and then a bonus tool of Magic Resize. And the first one should have been Magic Create, really is what I'll call it. It's just really the dashboard is all it is. And it does really good stuff in here. So these are the 5 tools that we're going to walk through. Now, your dashboard, now pause for a second. Canva is a free tool to use. The tools that I am showing you today, I'll be honest with you, are going to come at a cost. It is going to have a paid model. Paid models where it is going to help improve your business. And I will tell you, I don't really push pay a whole lot because I think there's a lot we can do for free. But in this particular example, I think it is well worth the extra money. And I believe, depending on when you see this, it's going to be roughly about $120 for the year. I think it's really worth it and really useful for your business. So let's just kind of get into that and jump into it. So I am going to come in here and show you right off the bat some basic tools in here. And the first one that I want to show you is really the first right here where it says, what will you design today? It used to just say Magic Create, essentially is what it would call it in here. Now you're seeing what will you design today? And you can create a lot of things. Now you'll see in here, we can break it down to the basic categories, but I could actually just come in here and explain what I want to buy, what I want to create. I want to create a social, an Instagram post for first-time home buyers in Chicago, right? I can get as specific as I need. And when I hit enter on this, you're going to come up here and you're going to see in here post. Now, the bottom is what we're most used to as people that have used Canva in the past. You're going to see basic templates that already exist in place. You could do your editing with this. You can move forward with this and do a lot of great use. But you're going to also now see up here under the Magic Design, and this is, you see it says beta, so understand there might be some things in here, but you're going to see in here that you have some really good uses and really good tools in here. You're going to see you got some images in here. You'll see it's got some of the verbiage. I can see what's going on. And one of the things I can look at is right here. I can come out here and say, okay, you know what? I really like this one. It matches stuff. If I pick that logo, I can then come out here and say customize. And notice it says Magic. It says by Magic Design. I can come in here and just pick it. Now, when I do this, you're going to see that I now have landscape in here. I have spots in here. I can do a lot of editing in here. So one of the things that I could do if I needed to is I could come in here and pick my branding colors. I'm going to come back to this in a second and talk about the importance of having your brand kit, but you do have the ability to pick some branding colors. I could come out here and pick this, maybe pick different colors that I think maybe go a little bit better with that, and match that in here and now put that in place. I could come in here and add my logo in place. And now I could have a good template, and I could add other things. I could change this in here. I could do magic, right? We're going to talk about that in a second as well. But I have this in place, and now this is really kind of useful for me. So that's your magic design. It does a lot for you right off the bat, makes life really pretty easy for you in that regards. So that's magic design. Now, magic design, you can use this to use existing material, but you can also use this to create your own information that's in here. Now, one of the things also that I do want to share with you in here is notice in here right off the top, this is something that's fairly new. I could filter by categories. I could filter by media, and I could have it use it to help design some of my own stuff. It can do its own magic design with materials and branding and images that I have in place. And then I can always pick my branding colors that work for you. So that's magic design. Now, the other one that I like in here is called Magic Write. Now, with Magic Write, it can build material for you. Now, I will be honest, I use Magic Write, or not Magic Write, but I use AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini to do a lot of that contextual writing here. But inside of AI, it's actually, or inside of Canva rather, it's really pretty good. It is a tool that you can use to create good content. You could have it create newsletters. You could have it create PowerPoint presentations. You could have it come out and create a lot of social media posts if you wanted to do it, right? You can have it do a lot of various things. It's really your own kind of creativity. Now, to get to Magic Write, all you got to do is click on the docs when you're on your dashboard. If I click on the dashboard, I'm going to pick doc. You can say doc to dex if you wanted to, but we're just going to talk simple for now. And if I say start writing, I have this in place. Now, I could literally just start writing, and I could create my own material, my own context. And if you consider yourself a great writer, I say go for it. Now, I will take a pause real quick here for a second. And I have to come back to this because I just saw that I didn't put this, I didn't have my screen share. I'm going to take a pause real quick on writing. John Maxwell, there's what's called the law of the lid, saying that you can grow at certain levels, right? And you should focus on your strengths, because becoming an expert or becoming that excellent, above average, amazing status is where people are going to hire you. To get moving your weaknesses up to just an average status is not going to get you there. So what I translate that and how I moniker this is I will tell you, you want to manage your weaknesses and grow your strengths. Well, if you're a great writer, then maybe you don't need to use AI to do that, because if you're a great writer, then write and do it here, and you can put it in place. But if you're not, then using tools like, again, Canva or ChatGPT, Gemini, Llama now, I mean, there's a bunch of them, or Canva is one of them. So again, let me come back and bring this back to the screen. I will show you again one more time. When you come in here, you will see that when you're on the dashboard, you will see docs up here. And then if I click on start writing, I'm going to bring a doc up here. And again, as I just hinted at the fact, I could write here whatever I want to write, but there's a little plus symbol right here. And that little plus symbol will let me right off the bat, first thing is Magic Write. And if I write in here, I can do things. I got to be at least 5 words, describe what I want. I could come in here and say, create 5 social media tips for buying homes in a tight market. right? So if I do that, I can put enter, and it will now create that for me. And what you're seeing here, what it's doing is just it's writing out the 5 tips. And this could be enough, right? I could use this material. I could put it into a newsletter. I could put what I want. I can insert this, and now I have my text. Now, what I'm going to tell you is you're going to notice now in here, it's going to have a little different flavor. If you've done this and I do this, we're going to have 2 different things. The reason we're going to have 2 different abilities in here and different information is because of my branding. So if I click on branding, we'll do this here. If I click on my brand, you will see I got a brand kit. And in here, if I go down, you will see in here I've got a brand voice. And if you haven't added one, you got to add it in here. But otherwise, you will put in here some contextual, you got up to 75 characters. What is that conversational tone you have? What is your manners of speaking? What is that stuff? And if you don't know that, again, go to some of my other trainings. We do actually teach you in ChatGPT how it will take some existing emails or videos that you've created or even audios that you've had, and it will preface this and give you your brand voice, and then you can just paste that in here. But once you have this in here, now when you write your information, it's here. Now, one of the nice things, is kind of a little bonus tip. One of the nice things I really like about this is when you have this here and now you have the tips in place, I could copy and paste. I could do a lot with this, but one of the buttons up top gives me convert. And when I use convert, you will see in here that I can take that and I can look and pick the various formats in here. And when I pick one, I can create my presentation. Now, I could put this as a presentation. I could have this however I need it. It could be I could have made this into my slide deck for a buyer's presentation, a listing presentation. I could do that in here. But I'm going to come back as a bonus tip at the very end. I'm going to show you how you can convert this and make this into social media posts. It's not real hard, but I want to show you what's going on here. So that's Magic Write. Right? So you had Magic Design. Now we got Magic Write. The other ones are Magic Edit and Magic Erase. And I want to make sure that you understand that you can still edit photos, whether you have photos in place already in here or photos that were created for you from here. You can do some basic editing with that. So if I come back in here to my tools, you see in here, I've got that initial post. Well, maybe I want some other information or I want some other basic additions to this image. If I pick on the image, you're going to see down in the bottom right-hand corner, this little star icon. It's called Canva Assist. And if I click on it, it's going to give me some options that it thinks I may want. I may want a magic eraser. I may want magic expand, which I could expand the skyline. I also have magic edit, which is what I want to talk about right here. If I take the magic edit in here, you will see I have the image in here, and I could take an area up here, take it up top. I could say continue, and now I could say a silver jet flying above the cityscape. And I could say generate. Now you'll see in here, it gives you some examples of what it may want to do. You could also come in here at the end. Once we generate, it will say select which result, which is where we're at right now. And you will have that in place. Now you will see sometimes it's not exactly as you had hoped, but you will see in here, some of it actually looks pretty good. If you wanted to, you could actually say generate again. And if you don't really like any of that, you come back and say cancel, and you're going to learn that you probably have to play with this a little bit to make some edits to this. So if I wanted to, I could come back in here and say magic edit again. Again, I could pick just a small section here. Say continue. And when I do that, hopefully it will give me an opportunity. There we go. So then we got a couple better options. Notice in here, I do kind of chuckle at some of these things because some of them can be a little interesting. But this wouldn't be the end of the world either, right? If you were trying to show like a little overlay of where the city is, you're trying to draw different things and have put different images in place. That could be kind of fun too, right? We're going to stick with that one for now. When I'm done, I say done, and now it gets added in place. And now I have that in the sky, and it does look pretty. It looks pretty good, right? So I can put that in there. Your magic edit can do a lot of that stuff. You could do this for housing. I will tell you, please be careful, my fellow realtors in the world. We have to make sure we are showing exactly what it looks like in this information. We can't falsely advertise or falsely depict what houses may or may not look like in the area. But do understand that you can make that edit in place. So again, please always make sure that you are depicting a true picture where you can, especially when it comes to selling homes. Now, that's magic edit, but there's also a magic erase. So if I wanted to, and I wanted to get rid of some of the information in the area, I could come in and again have the image picked, pick magic erase. And I could come out and maybe I pick part of the skyline in here, and it would get rid of some of it. Sometimes it needs a little extra help. You may have to pick it a couple times, but I can do that. Now, again, if I take that into place and maybe I want to add something over the top of it, I come back to my magic edit. I highlight over the same area. And now I can come out here and say, maybe we'll say a glass skyscraper, right? Put that in place. And now I have that. That looks really pretty good. I can, again, always look to see which one I like better. That one I think actually looks pretty good. And now when I'm done with that, I say done. And now I've replaced one of the items that was there with another type of skyscraper, and I have that in place. Now, again, you always got to be careful, folks. I'm going to say it again. You always do have to be careful making sure you are showing exactly what's in place. So magic design, magic write, magic edit, magic erase. We have that in place. Since we are here, I will give one extra little bonus item in place here. You do have magic expand. If you pick on that, you can pick expand and expand the area. And wait to see what happens here. There we go. And now you see the extra little skyline. I'm going to tell you, when you do this, you are definitely leaving it up to its guessing. As you can see here, doesn't look too bad in place. but you will have some various skylines in place that will let you see what happens. So it's not bad. It really works pretty well. Nice thing about that, I can always undo it, and I'm back to where I'm at. All right. So the last two things, I got a bonus item as I promised, but the last two things I want to make sure I share with you today is there is the ability to actually create your own images, actually create your own stuff in your Canva has that. Now, there are tools. Dolly is another image creation. You also have Midjourney. These tools do create in there. All those will have a cost, right? But there are other tools that will do that for you. But if I wanted to, I can create my own image. So if I come back again to the dashboard, you will see over here on the left-hand side. Well, there we go. Let's bring the dashboard back up. You will see over here on the left-hand side, you will see apps. And if I click on apps, you're going to see a bunch of apps that are in place. You're going to see the ones that are trending in place. And you're seeing more and more every day. Actually, the middle of May, if you guys are watching this, you'll see some new tools that are coming out. But what I want to talk about is the AI powered ones. And I will show right here, they have a powered here with generating with this. You probably will have to have an open AI account, and most likely you'll have to pay for it. But you do have one right here in the middle, says dream it up, see your words into visuals. I can click on that. And when I click on this, I can use it in an existing design, or I can use it in a new design. I'm going to use it new. I'm going to pick we'll pick a Facebook cover for right now and put that in place. And now I can draw images. So I can come out here and say, okay, I need this to be a modern neighborhood landscape with a road in front and a mountain landscape behind the houses. And when I pick on that, you're going to see examples. You always get 4. It just happened over the magic of time. You'll see examples of these come into play. Again, you may have to use the expand and things like that in here because notice it comes out in a rectangle or a square rather that they're in place. But you'll also see in here we do have different examples of styles that can be done. And if I don't like them again, I could say generate to get more of them in place. But while I'm doing that, if I do like that one, we'll wait for it to come. What we see is we have the landscape in here and we could put that in place. I actually don't mind this little more of an artist version of this. So I can come out here and I could use this. I could use the edit photo. I could use the magic expand. Have it fill the rest of the area. And let it go. Not bad. Not necessarily exactly what I was hoping for, but not bad, right? Again, it's more artistic in nature. I have that in place. Now I can use this however I see fit. So you do have that in place. But the other thing that I wanted to point out with you is when we look at this, I can do this brand new graphics. I could have it design this as well, be more graphic, be more artistic in nature, definitely more, I would say, cartoony or things like that. But I also have the ability to draw create a video. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you right now, this is neat, but it's still very, very new. It's using Runway. But I could come out here and say car driving through a neighborhood. Create it. Again, you're going to wait for a little bit. Magic of time. We'll see what happens when it's. This video has absolutely been edited because that took more than 2 minutes. But when you see it in place and I put this in here and play it. Now, I didn't do the drive-by. Again, it's very new as far as this goes. But, it does have some good content. You're seeing some videos in here. It's got some animation. It's not bad, right? I'm going to tell you it's going to take a lot more playing to figure it all out. You could generate again if you wanted to make that happen. Now, I do have one more thing I want to show you because I think this is kind of an underutilized or underthought of functionality. And it's going to go back to the original slides where I magic wrote information. I want to be able to use it for something other than maybe a presentation, because if I'm using other things, I can definitely create more from it, right? So if I come back in here and show you this, you're going to see in here, I have this, and up top left-hand corner, there's a button that says Magic or Resize and Magic Switch. So if I create that, I can say, okay, what do I want to do? Could I translate this? I could translate it. Could I transform this back into a doc? I definitely could. Or a blog post or song lyrics or whatever I want to do. I can do this. This is all AI. But I also have the ability just to come down here and say, okay, well, I want to create a social media post. I need this to be part of my Instagram posts. And I can say continue. It's going to say down here on the bottom, do you want all 7 pages? I could pick which ones I do and do not want. And when I'm done, I say continue. I do say copy and resize. And then I can open up the Instagram posts. Now, again, you're going to notice a couple tweaks. You're probably going to have to edit these a bit because it's not perfectly sized for what you're doing, but you have them in here and now they are good to go. Again, it's going to be a little bit of context and a little bit of what you got to do for this, but you have this in place. I hope this helps. Again, we showed you 5-ish tools that I think are amazing for you in this world. You have Magic Design, Magic Write, Magic Edit, Magic Erase. You also had Media Create, Magic Media. And then we showed you a little bit about the Resize and Magic. I hope this was helpful for you. Again, I think the AI, and this is kind of AI month for me, that is going to be helpful with this stuff. Again, manage your weaknesses, grow your strengths, use the tools at your hand to manage those weaknesses. Hope you guys have a great day. See you at the next week. Any point in time you have questions, please write them in the comments, email me, whatever you can. Always happy to answer them. Hopefully that'll be also content for the next go around. And also, if you like what you're seeing here, please like and subscribe and catch it when it goes live because it's not always the same time. Have a great one, folks. See you then.